Okay, now here's the purpose about Egypt's going riots. You might think Murphy has been screaming at it. Well, guess what? Who knows? What about, Obama said the D word, democracy? And what about Beethoven's? Not in, not happy at all. And the facts, and none of this war zone. I issue demand. So part 9, at least music time factor self-grabs next. Somebody's gotta see it. This is the final closing TimeFactor video commentary thoughts. Okay, today is you know who, January 31st in year 2000, and of course 11. And here's the purpose you don't want to know about this one. This one, we see the riots, all this mess. Huh. And Barack Obama said last Friday, a democracy, a D word, democracy. Why is always saying a D word at a time like this? Huh. Well, guess what? You don't want to know about this one. Here's the purpose you don't want to know. Why, in heavens on earth, did you always say democracy? It doesn't make sense at all. And it's gonna be outrageous. So this is what happens next in our list of things, because you see it on the newspapers about Egypt. It's gonna be a huge chaos this week, and the war zone has got us. Ladies and gentlemen, I demand that Part 9 of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and the politics goes into a huge schizo of wars, a chaos. And this could be the second movement. A huge presto. Not David Copperfield, whatever. And it passes bearing a passing resemblance to this opening theme of the first movement. Huh. Really? Movements. Well, guess what? A pattern also found in this hammer clavier piano sonata, and it has the rhythm to it. And the majority of the movement is which in triple time. Well, Beethoven has been criticizing before for failing and add here to standard his form of compositions, and he uses this movement to answer his critics. Well, normally scherzi are written a triple time. And Beethoven wrote this piece in triple time, but particularly in a word this way. And here's something you don't want to know about this one. Why in heavens on earth to have a elaborate internal structure like that? Well, the first group is an exposition. Started with a fugue and then with a trombones and all with a D major. Yeah, because I have no clue whatsoever. So, and my fingers. Trust me, because everybody's signing off. And go with God's blessings. See you tomorrow. Good night. And life could be worse. But here's the purpose you don't want to know about this resemblance. That the key friend of the White House lobbies have to, on the behalf of this Egyptian regime. You mean the Obama regime? Thank you, Russia. Same the regime. Well, revolution is brimming all over Egypt and the Abano government can count on a slew of high-powered K Street lobbyists to whom Arab nation is paying $1.7 million a year. What? This is gonna be worse. Worse. Now, Egypt is having a hard time, including uh, time with Tony Podesta, who visits the White House at least 12 times during the Obama presidency, and that's what Obama himself and once acting chief Pete Rout and Bob Livingston. Well, guess what? The issue is America's been lobbying for Egypt important because the government, there's more to this life. An American ally, but with a dismissal, a human rights record could topple the American government will have, well, a significant interest in a situation that could potentially cross interest of Podesta and Livingston's oh, wow. Oh, well, guess what? Egypt has under the banner of the PLM group. What's that for? Egypt pays $1.65 million back in 2010 last year. Well, the two big players, Tony Moffat, one-time Livingston Group lobbyist, who set out his own vanguard government strategies. Well, while Bethesda and Livingston and Moffat tried to team up back in 2007, had to pay $1.1 million, and the lobbying team has done extensive work for Egypt and Bethesda and Moffat and these three mafias, th- these three guys who have played the key roles. For instance, Bethesda just called out Justin Burkhardt and Liz Bruno with New Hampshire Democratic Senate. Oh God, Janine, Jean Shaheen have regarded now. Months later, guess what? Last Friday, auth- here it is. You don't want to know about this one. What's this one? Well, here it is. Authoritarian uh, government led by a longtime strongman Hosni Mubarak, struggling to quell the increasing of anti-government demonstrations tried to threaten the overthrow of the regime. Oh, Lord. Well, guess what? Lobbyists who knows the foreign government to say the issue. Well, guess what? Quote this. Let's see if I put this on. Oh, yes. From the very beginning, you have to ask a basic question. Is what I'm doing going to help improve relations between the U.S. and the foreign government or not? Two, two, are you going to, are you willing to try to convince your client as a government change its government policies? Well, that's one veteran said, representing foreign governments. And this is a this is worst nightmare. Here's a Democratic strategist who says that in this instance, Americans need to stand up for freedom where possible, and lobbyists for foreign governments are in a unique position. What you wish. That's what the source says. Well, guess what? The moral story is that whatever Beethoven has been criticizing before failing and adhere to standard for form of his composition, and that's why because this dance movement, like scherzo, what the scherzo section is that you know who Podesta didn't call didn't return a call for a comment. So is Livingston and so is Moffat. No comment at all. And the State Department declines to comment. Oh, no comment, really? Well, guess what? Bethesda and Livingston and Moffat, the three of you are going to get what you deserve, and that is a rude awakening. And as for you, President Obama, you know Beethoven is creative a catastrophe. That please don't say a D word ever again. But if I hear those famous last D words, I know, democracy, right out of your door mouth, and one more time, guess what? Your just day has come to an end. And, well, so much for that story for now. Anyways, who could ask for anything more? Anyways, we're almost out of time, and don't forget, tomorrow, part 11 of this. How do I put this? 10 plus 1 equals 11. I know how to add and subtract, so you just have to trust me about that. But who cares? Maybe get me civilized. Part 11 of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and politics, and we continue this whole chaos in Egypt, riots, everything else can be civilized until it's over with. So much that you wouldn't believe. If that's not enough, here's some four chaplains in World War II or fought in a war. That could be Thursday for an all new, you know who, that's right. All new American History Parade on Thursday. And I know, thank God it's Friday. But guess what? Super Bowl is coming. Super Bowl weekend is coming. And I'll tell you what the thing is. I just get ready to make this up for an all new Final Closing Time Factor Friday video commentary thoughts this weekend. It's going to be Super Bowl. That's right. Super Bowl 45. I know, it starts on Fox. So, trust me about that. Anyways, this should be a lot of fun. So, I will make this up and I have a... don't worry. Cross your fingers. You enjoy your life. More than easier. Anyways, don't forget to check my website. Don't forget to check my website at lhmusictimefactor.weebly.com, and so is Final Closing Time Factor video commentary thoughts from YouTube. So is Facebook and Ustream. I could say YouTube.com, and so is Ustream.tv and Facebook.com, whatever it is. And I'll post it later on this week. Trust me about that. If I talk. Anyways, at Final Closing Time Factor video commentary thoughts. At Final Closing Time Factor thoughts.weebly.com. So it's Blogspot as far as we concern. I keep forgetting my mind is going space, going bonkers all the time, and this is gonna be good. Anyways, I gotta go. LH Music, America's lovable fastball Christian conservative, is signing off, and we will be the real conservative key for the real conservative answers. Part 11 tomorrow. If this chaos in Egypt stops fighting like war zone, so trust me about that. Anyways, I gotta go. And I'm out the door. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Time. Mercury. Don't forget to Facebook me and follow me at facebook.com/LHmusicTime, and so it's twitter.com/LHmusicTime. You'll be glad you did.